Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I have a banger video for you guys. I think you're really going to enjoy it. This is a strong consensus I have on a stock that I think is going to do very well over the upcoming year, 2 years, 3 years, 8 years, decade, 20 years. I think that this stock is very well positioned for the future. They have the right partnerships with the right people. Their price is still attractive, yet up. It is still very attractive, and I think you guys are going to like this video. So if you do enjoy it, be sure to smash that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. So the stock we're here to talk about today, as you guys know, it is Celsius, ticker symbol CELH. Celsius is up 3% today. Another great day for the company. I'm a shareholder of Celsius, obviously. I got the stock at $27. I saw this coming a little bit earlier. I mean, that's easy to say now. But Celsius was very beaten down. If you look at the last 5 years, we see that Celsius's growth rates were insane. Then they slowed, and then they picked back up. So Celsius has, been very volatile, very choppy. The stock has a very high IV, I'm sure, if we check the options. But if you don't know what Celsius is, they're an energy drink company. They make energy drinks. They're owned by Pepsi, or Pepsi has a large stake in them. But that's their thing. They're an energy drink company, and that's it. They just have energy drinks. But that is a big sector, as we're gonna see today. So they always beat earnings. It looks very good. But let's go into their investor presentation right away. I just want to show you guys what this company has to offer. So they have Celsius, and then they recently acquired Alani Nu, which is a energy drink brand that is specifically targeted towards the female audience, which, you don't have to be a female to drink Alani Nu, but it is targeted towards the female audience, which I think those brands usually do well. There's numbers to back that up. But, in the long term, usually those brands do tend to do well that are targeted towards one demographic. But Celsius is targeted towards everyone. Very popular. Two portfolio brands. They have both of these brands. They're number 9 liquid refreshment beverage brand in the US. So, out of, Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Starbucks coffees, everything. They're number 9. So that's pretty high. Number 2, growth portfolio and RTD Energy and $4 billion in US retail sales. Those are some of the highlights right there. Gross margin on this, 51%. You really like to see that in the beverage industry. That doesn't happen a lot. So we see all of their products right here. Not many products for them. They have, these aren't all the flavors. There's definitely a lot more flavors of Celsius, but they have the hydration sticks. And then the Celsius, sticks, the powder you can put in the water, all the Celsius drinks. And then what they acquired, Alani Nu, they have some protein, some pre-workout, it looks like. So there's a lot going on in Alani Nu. We see this a leading portfolio of premium lifestyle energy and hydration beverages. I think the thing that Celsius does the best that a lot of great brands do is Celsiuses are not that healthy for you. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. They're not. But what they do is they market it very well. And when you see someone drinking a Celsius, when you drink a Celsius, you feel healthy. You feel like, oh, I just went to the gym, or oh, I'm about to go to the gym. Like their branding and marketing is very good with Celsius. So that's something that you can't go around, and that's a winning combination for a brand to have a product that's good, that people vouch for, and good marketing. So you really can't beat that. And if we look at their revenue, the growth is looking great. Look at this, Q2 in 2024, Q2 in 2025, 84% change in revenue. In North America, international, 27% change. I mean, it's looking great. In the first half of 2024 too, or in 2025 compared to 2024, it's 41%. So their growth rates are really picking back up. We see right here, Celsius contribution to category growth by year. We see that this is where the stock jumped a lot and then dropped a lot, but it does look like they're picking back up right now. Retail sales, we see that that's at a steady incline. The Celsius portfolio is right there behind Monster now that they acquired Alani Nu, because these were number 3 and 4 actually before that, but now they're just number 3 because they're both 1, but they're a strong number 3 with, you see, 17.3 Q2 2025 share. Red Bull's number 1 and Monster number 2. We see there's a lot more metrics in here. You can go look at it if you want, but I'm not, it's not that deep, I don't think. And what I really wanted to check out is this. So Celsius and PepsiCo expand long-term strategic partnership. This is a presentation that came out very recently. So there's a few key points on this that I want to highlight. So PepsiCo has designated Celsius Holdings as U.S. strategic energy drink captain, strengthening their long-term strategic partnership. PepsiCo is a huge company. Let's look at their stock right here. They are, something not to be forced to be reckoned with. I mean, they are a $197 billion market cap, almost 200 billion. They're a great dividend stock. They're almost a 4% dividend. And if we look at this company, they're, pretty flat actually past 5 years. But all time, this is a great company, very solidified, been around, since anyone can remember. They're pretty much like Coca-Cola. I mean, Pepsi is their number one competitor, but Pepsi does have a lot of drinks in their portfolio. They're pretty predictable stock, and they're going to give you that 4% almost dividend every single year. So that's why people are invested in them. Great dividend stock. PepsiCo is very solidified. That's great to back Celsius. We see Celsius. Alani Nu has joined this. Celsius acquired Rockstar Energy. Not the biggest energy drink brand. I'm not sure if they're on this one for market share. Are they? Yeah, they are on here for market share. You see, they still have 2.4. So around here with some of these smaller brands, but still big nevertheless. I mean, Rockstar Energy is still big, and PepsiCo sees potential. I like that they're acquiring them. They have, all three in the top right up here. That is their conglomerate of energy drinks. I think they're going to do a rebrand on Rockstar and do something really good with that as well. So I'm very happy with that. And PepsiCo has increased its ownership stake in Celsius Holdings to 11%. So they believe even more in Celsius now than they did before, which is, easy to do. Their numbers have been going up a lot. We see energy captaincy farther aligns incentives to strengthen relationship with PepsiCo. So they're kind of saying the same thing right here. But what I wanted to point out is look at how much this grew. So look at Alani Nu current and then Celsius post PepsiCo. This is their distribution ACV at grocery and convenience stores. This is just at convenience stores. It went from 69%. Alani Nu, that's what Alani Nu is at currently. Celsius, after they went to, PepsiCo, after they were owned by them, it went to 98%. It doesn't say there before, but it probably wasn't that good. But 69 to 98% is a very good increase for this company. And then we also see their strategic partnership between Celsius and PepsiCo creates a unified and highly complementary total energy portfolio, serving more people in more places more often. I mean, yeah, their sales are insane now. They just acquired Rockstar as well. It's looking like, Celsius is building a really good thing. This is also very true. Performance forward, zero sugar, fitness, lifestyle, and energy. That is what Celsius, that is who Celsius captures for sure. That is, you couldn't have said it better. Alani Nu, female focused, flavorful, social first, modern energy. That's also very true. And then Rockstar is classic energy drink flavors, formats, and attitude. Very true. Rockstar is very well known in the space for that. We combine all of these, 20% category share in the combined portfolio. They have 20% of the energy drink category. If you guys made it to this point in the video, I want to show you guys this. So Celsius right now has a market cap of 14.94 billion. So not the biggest company, right? Let's go to Monster, who has 27% of the energy drink space and is not growing very fast, honestly. I mean, Monster is popular, but they're not, they're not beating it out of the water with growth rates over there at Monster. We see they have a $60 billion market cap, also a 40 PE ratio, pretty high. But they have a $60 billion market cap. So Celsius would need to 4x to get to Monster's level. And that I think they're going to do. They're going to get to Monster's level in percentage wise of category share. Obviously, that's not the only thing. But I do think that when they do get to that, people are going to start to think, oh, why am I in Monster? Let's get into Celsius. Thoughts like that are going to come in. And Celsius is going to be worth that $60 billion one day that Monster is. That's a pretty comparable number right there. And I really like that they have these three brands. And I don't think they're done. I think Pepsi is really trying to take over the energy drink space. They're going to have some of everything. They have these Rockstar new flavors. They're doing everything they can. I really like what they're doing right there. And then this is just a chart right here, unrelated, but this is the energy drink market as a whole. They're predicting that from 2024 to 2030, it's going to go from around $80 billion to $125 billion US dollars. And that's with North America growing the fastest. We also have Europe, Asia, Pacific, Latin America, and MEA. That's a 55% increase. I actually checked that. It's between 50 and 60% increase in only 6 years, and that's of the category. So I don't want to oversimplify this or get too complicated and, do math and say, okay, if they already have, this much and then we times it by 60%, that's how much they're going to have in 2030. But I don't think that's 100% true, but I do think that is a good way to gauge it. You see, I mean, you can just kind of multiply these by 60%, 1.6, just multiply any of these numbers by 1.6. And theoretically, if the energy drink category keeps growing like that, then it should be pretty accurate. That should be a pretty, decent guess at where Celsius is going to be in the next, 6 years. And that's only the next 6 years. I don't think the energy drink category is going to, come to a halt in 6 years. I think that it's a very growing, fast space, very robust. A lot of kids are getting into more energy drinks. I don't know if that's a good thing, but these addictive companies just always do good. Let's go to Philip and Morris, who make Zins. I'm not sure if you guys are sure what those are. They're nicotine pouches. This company focuses on tobacco and nicotine, very addictive substances. They have a $260 billion market cap. It looks like, coronavirus never even happened. When you look at their stock price chart, they pay a nice dividend of 3%. And they're nothing can stop this company. They're not going down anytime soon. So it is very interesting how the addiction, people don't stop their addictions in recession. So the economy doesn't really matter. People are going to continue their addictions. I know a lot of people that drink 1, 2, even 3 Celsiuses per day. And, if they all of a sudden stop making money, I don't think they'd stop drinking Celsius. It's as sad as it is, it's just the truth. And, I'm not here to be a moral investor. I do have morals, but I do think that the price of the stock is definitely, the only thing that I'm worried about. And I think that at the end of the day, people are going to do what they do. But the price of the stock, the company's fundamentals, and their business model is why I'm buying the company, and that's the only reason. So yeah, I think the Celsius is still a buy right here overall. It is expensive for sure, but not even in the long term. If you look at where it was $95. You're basically getting a 40% discount. If you were to buy it at $95, then you'd be down 40% right now. So look at it as you're getting a discount right now from where it was at all-time highs. And then another thing that I say in every video, do I think Celsius reached its peak potential in 2024? No. I don't think that's where Celsius is going to end. I don't think Celsius is never, do we think Celsius is going to reach over $95 again, or 95 at least? Yes. I don't think they reached their all-time high. The company with recovering growth rates, they're acquiring new companies, Alani Nu, Rockstar, they're getting backed even more by Pepsi. Is that a company that's going to get, pushed down even more, or is that a company that's going to exceed old highs? You can make that decision yourself, but you know how I feel about it. So yeah, that's all I have for today's video, guys. If you did enjoy, be sure to smash that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. I'd very much appreciate it. Next stop, 600 subscribers. We're getting very close. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.